What would happen if, instead of the weather looking like this, it was this? Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Henry and I were betting on how many pancakes we each could eat, and Grandpa was doing the flipping. Seconds later, something flew through the air and headed towards the kitchen ceiling and landed right on Henry. After we realized that the flying object was only a pancake, we all laughed, even Grandpa. That night, touched off by the pancake incident at breakfast, Grandpa told us the best tall tale bedtime story he'd ever told.
Across an ocean, over lots of huge bumpy mountains, across 3 hot deserts, and 1 smaller ocean, there lay the tiny town of Chew and Swallow. In most ways, it was very much like any other tiny town. The only thing that was really different about Chew and Swallow was its weather. It came 3 times a day, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything that everyone ate came from the sky. Whatever the weather served, that was what they ate. The people could watch the weather report on television in the morning, and they would even hear a prediction for the next day's food. When the townspeople went outside, they carried their plates, cups, glasses, forks, spoons, knives, and napkins with them. The menu varied. By the time they woke up in the morning, breakfast was coming down. For lunch one day, frankfurters, already in their rolls, blew in from the northwest at about 5 miles an hour. Dinner one night consisted of lamb chops, becoming heavy at times, with occasional ketchup. The sanitation department cleaned things up after every meal and fed all the dogs and cats. Life for the townspeople was delicious until the weather took a turn for the worse. One day there was nothing but gorgonzola cheese all day long, and the next day there were Brussels sprouts and peanut butter with mayonnaise. The food was getting larger, and so were the portions. The people were getting frightened. Violent storms blew up frequently. Awful things were happening. There was a storm of pancakes one morning and downpour of maple syrup that nearly flooded the town. Lunch one day brought 15-inch strips of cream cheese and jelly sandwiches. There was an awful salt and pepper wind accompanied by an even worse tomato tornado. The town was a mess. The sanitation department gave up. The job was too big. Everyone feared for their lives. So a decision was made to abandon the town of Chew and Swallow. It was a matter of survival.
If you want to find out how the people of Chew and Swallow escaped this messy situation, check out Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs by Judy Barrett. You'll be glad you did.